Hi everyone, and thank you for being here. So today we're going to take the time to discuss about the recruitment application and see how this app can help you on the day-to-day. You know, like a lot of people, sometimes I use a dating app. Yes, no shame, it's life. But dating app sucks because you don't control anything. You're looking for the right person, the one who will fit your requirement. You swipe, you search again, you swipe, and in the end, you lose a lot of time. Doesn't ring a bell? So today, let's say we are not looking for love, but for work. Let's talk about an app where you have the control and the objective is to satisfy both sides. Let's talk about Odoo, recruitment made by Odoo. Let me introduce myself. My name is Manon François and I'm an account executive here at Odoo. And today we're going to discover how Odoo recruitment going to help you on your day-to-day. Please, I'm giving you 10 seconds in order to scan this QR code to ask me your question during the presentation. At any company sizes, hiring the right person for the right position is absolutely essential. Yet, we all know how challenging it can be. Ensuring we cover the right competencies, while at the same time not losing track of other promising talents. That's where the really challenge lies, balancing efficiency and quality. So today, we're going to go over the tools that will help you make the most out of every application, streamline your recruitment processes, and ultimately set you up for success in finding the right people. As you already know, I'm an account executive. But let's say that today I'm going to be putting a different hat on, the one of an HR manager. And I want to take you through a day in my shoes. As an HR manager, the first thing I do when I arrive at the office is obviously opening my beloved Odoo. Here, what can I see? Here from the dashboard, I see all the relevant information for my job. And as an HR recruitment, my favorite one is obviously recruitment. Let's have a look. When I open the application directly, I have some insights about the different opening positions within the company and some data about each of them. For instance, here with the marketing and community manager, I see that I have 3 people that I need to recruit. I have 4 new applications and in total 8 candidate ongoing processes. Let's have a look. When I click on it, thanks to this easy interface, I have the Kanban view, which is something that we love at Odoo. Why? Because it's easy, simple, and clear. Here, I see different stages. Those are the stages of my recruitment process. But if I need to add more stages, that's not an issue. With Odoo, you can always add more. Here, let's say that I want to add a new one. I can just click on it, and let's say that I want to add like a final stage. I can just add it, and thanks to the drag and drop, I can move it where it makes sense to me. In this case, after the second interview. What else can I see here? I see all the different candidates in their own stages, which allows me to have a lot of clarity and know where I stand. Also, I can add an activity. For instance, here, my new candidate, Adil, I have to remind myself to call him on Monday to see if he has any availability for an interview. To do so, I can just click on the clock, add an activity, and say, I need to make a call for an interview. Perfect. And I can even put the due date. In this case, I said Monday, let's go for Monday. Saved. And when I just pass the mouse on top of it, I see that my to-do is now set for Monday. By the way, this reminds me of a friend, James. I was going out yesterday with him for a drink, and he told me that he was really interested about joining the company. I told him to have a look at our website. So let's see how it goes from his perspective. So basically, thanks to the native integration of the different applications within Odoo, you can directly have a job section on your website. And so James just has to click on it and see here all the different jobs that we can propose for the moment in the company. Let's move forward with the marketing community again. To apply, as easy as it looks, he can just click on the button and here fill with his information. So let's put his name. He can also add a LinkedIn profile, and again with a drag and drop he can upload his CV directly on our website. And if he wants to give a side note for the manager, he can do it here. Let's say that he's feeling lucky. Now, as James, I know that my application is sent, but what's going on in the back end? Let's see. So let's go back to my job position. I just have to refresh. And boom, Jim is here. Let's have a look at his profile. When I click on his profile, on the left side, you have all the different information about the candidate. Here, email, phone number, who is the recruiter, in this case, it's me. On the right side, you have his CVs. Underneath, we find the chatter, and we can see that we set the fact that we wanted to send automatically an email to confirm that we have received his application. So now James is happy to know that we will review this application. Another really nice feature that as an HR manager I love in Odoo is the OCR. What's the OCR? The OCR is a tool that allows you that's going to be scanning the resume and directly adding all the competencies on the candidate profile, which saves me a lot of time. Now, what can we see? We have a matching score that will depend also on the missing and necessary skills for the job position. In this case, I'm looking for a marketing manager, and from what I see, I don't really think that's his profile though, but he has a lot of skills, and we like skillful people. So what can I do? Because I don't want to lose him. Thanks to the add to pool function, you can now save the CV in your database for any potential future position that you will have in the company. So let's do it together. I just click on the button and say, okay, from my perspective, I think it could go to the developer one and add to the pool. And boom, it's done. Now you have saved the CV. So if at some point you have a nice position that would be a fit, you have him in your database. But let's go back to business because we still need to find someone for the job. So when I look at the application, now you understood that we can check the matching score for every candidate, but I don't want to lose time. We only have a couple of minutes. So let's save some time. Thanks to the different views proposed by Odoo, I can click on the list and see the matching scores of the candidate within my pipeline. Doesn't look that great, but do we have something else? Yes. Let's use the functionality that allows you to scan in the whole database all the potential matching applicants. When I click on it, I can find that boom, Hubert is a match at 76%. Why? Because we set up some skills that we're looking for on the job, and he has all of them except email marketing. Email marketing. Is it really important though? We can still give him a training. Let's move forward with Hubert. So in order to do so, I want to add him now to my pipeline. So I just click on the name and move him to my job position. And now Hubert is here. I really want to move forward with him, so I'm just going to send him directly an email that I've pre-saved to show my interest with him and ask if he wants to set an interview. And now it's done. I just have to wait for him to come back to me. Oh, I see that I have one left activity for today. What could it be? I can just click on it and see it's on Shane. What about Shane? Okay, apparently Shane has a really good profile and I have to check if we have a position. Okay, I'm working on it. The tool that we just saw together now works also the other way around. Now you don't have to, you could find an applicant, but now we can also find a job. Let's see. Again, I click on the gear, I click on matching position, and now I see the matching score for every open position currently in the company. And I see that for the experienced developer, it's definitely a go. So how can I do that? I just go back to Shane's profile and create an application just over here and move it to the experienced developer one. Now that it's done, but I'm not the one in charge of this job position, I will quickly send a note to my colleague to remind her to have a call with this client. In order to do so, thanks to the chatter, I can just put the name and say, call the candidate, please. And now my colleague will receive a note mentioning that she has to call the candidate. Now that all my activities are done, it's time to go to my boss office to review some KPIs, because with Odoo, we love KPIs. How can we do that? Here with the reporting, you have the application analysis. From this view, for instance, you can see how many applications you have for every open position currently in the company. And when you go over them, you can have even more data. For instance, I want to see how many applications I have for the experience developer. You can just click on it and have the details for all the different profiles. Once. If you want to have more in-depth data, you can still add more tags. For instance, I want to group by state. Perfect. Here I can see how many people are in progress, refused, or hide for every open position within my company. Good KPIs, happy boss. Well, now that it's done, I suggest that we go over the potential question that you might have. You can scan the QR code, it's on the tab.
Thank you so much, Manon. Okay, so we already have some questions. So first of all, can we create an application via email?
Yeah, sure. So you can have an email alias behind your pipeline, and therefore when someone's going to send their application through email, it's going to be redirected directly in your pipeline, as we saw with the website.
Yes. Okay, how can I set some skills on a job position?
That's in the config. Should I?
You can if you want.
Yeah, I can show it if you want. So here you have the different job position, and on the configuration you can here add all the skills, and you have also some segmentation if it's language, soft skills, IT, and so on, and also even set the level you're looking for.
Thank you. Okay, we have a few questions about job boards. So someone is asking, is Odoo integrated with Indeed and LinkedIn? Someone else is asking, can Odoo be connected to some of the big portals like Glassdoor, LinkedIn, so on?
The thing is that we do have another application called Referral, which allows you to post those job positions on other platforms, such as LinkedIn, for instance.
Yeah, so for the recruitment application currently, we have the job boards is only linked with monster.com. We're still not natively integrated with any of the other platforms, but who knows, maybe in the future. Okay, and then can you have a specific recruitment process for one specific job position? So I think it's referring to the stages.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. As we saw together, we can add some stages for a specific job position.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and then yeah, again for the job boards. Is it possible to collect applications via, for instance, a connector directly to Odoo? Example, Stepstone applications being sent directly to Odoo. I think this is a bit of a specific question, so maybe you can find us at the booth to discuss this more. And then, yeah, can I manage and send interviews to applicants? I think it's referring to written interviews. If you set it up in the settings, you can create a survey interview and send it to the applicant. Do the skills on the applicant convert to skills on the employee when I hire them from the recruitment app? Yeah, I believe it would. Sure. Once the employee is hired, they would still have the skills from the recruitment application. Can you add screening questions to the application form? I think it's referring to the application form on the website.
Yeah, to add more fields if you want to have more information about the application, yes.
Yeah. And then can you add notes or comments to the applicant's profile?
Yeah, sure, directly on the profile. Let's look at someone here. You can have the notes, or you can even log the notes directly over here in the chatter. Both are possible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's all of the questions. So I'll let you do.
Yeah, I will finish.
the-
Thank you
Thank
so
you
much,
so
Rana.
much.
To sum up what we just saw together, those are the key elements that you have to keep in mind about this presentation. First of all, this easy interface with the Kanban view offers you a lot of clarity. Second, the OCR integration saves you so much time by directly adding the information on the profile. Third, the matching skills allows you to better know if the candidate is a fit or not for a position, and the other way around as well. And finally, the talent pools allows you to keep in your database any promising talent for any future use case. That being said, now you have no more excuses for not finding the one. We can connect if you have some more questions. My pleasure to discuss further. Thank you.